What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with some more draft ladder rebuilds as we're at pick number 12 with the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder are already loaded with young talent as it is, and they get to add another young player to this puzzle, as today we'll be doing a Leonard Miller Oklahoma City Thunder rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me that 63% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you fall into that 63% and want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. It's actually really fitting that we're doing a Thunder rebuild today because it's actually storming outside. And I was recording this video. I was only like 12 minutes in, so it wasn't that big of a deal just yet. And my power went out. So here I am restarting it, I guess. And that's just reality of the situation. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. We'll see. If you're seeing this video, it didn't. So we'll see. But I went ahead and selected Leonard Miller at pick 12. I mean, it's anyone's guess on where these guys are going to go as, you know, the later we get into the lottery. And I saw a couple articles about how Leonard Miller would fit with Oklahoma City. So I went ahead and selected him here at pick 12. And of course, Sam Presti likes to draft outside the box at times. We saw him go for Josh Giddey, which really worked out. That was a pick no one expected to be that high. But Leonard Miller at pick 12. We also got Raylan Repair, Malcolm, Phillips, Sid. So I'll go ahead and sign all of those. And actually, we cannot sign all of them. So let's go ahead and decline maybe those two. And then, okay, we can. Player options: Giddey, Pokusevski, Isaiah Joe, Robson Earl, Terrence Mann, or Trey Mann, Aaron Wiggins are going to be guys we all accept. Butler and Lindy Waters. We have so many guys as it is. I think I'm just going to go ahead and not extend those qualifying offers. And then free agency. I don't think we have any important free agents to worry about. Dario Saric is literally the only one. So I don't think I'll be doing anything too crazy in free agency this offseason. I don't know if I'll be doing anything too crazy this offseason at all because this team is already loaded with young talent. Of course, I have the ability right now, if I really wanted to, we can go make a big trade immediately. But today, I'm not going to do that. I think I've done that in the past. I kind of want to just stay with the core that we currently have and just see where it takes us. So I know eventually I want to get Leonard Miller as a starting forward if I can develop him into so. Lou Dort, as much as I do like him, he doesn't really progress that much in 2K. So if he could like mentor Leonard Miller, and then Leonard Miller could eventually take over, that's kind of where I want things to go. But we'll see how that will go. The only thing I think we could do is maybe get a better backup point guard, like maybe a veteran backup point guard. So I think that's where we're going to start things here in this video. We're going to go get a better backup point guard. Of course, I could just sign like Mike Conley or John Wall. But we just have so many things that we can use at our disposal. We can literally get anyone we want. So I'm just going to go ahead, make a trade for a point guard real quick, and that'll probably be literally the only thing we do this offseason, to be honest. Really quick though, today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to choose overs or unders on your favorite players that you love watching. And the reason why I'm showing you guys this today is because, as we know, the NBA Finals Game 1 are tonight, and there's no better time to start on Prize Picks right now because they have a free promotional square on Nikola Jokic. That's half a point. Of course, Jokic is going to score half a point. So we're going to click more on that. And then what else do we want to do as far as the entry? This is what it looks like, by the way. We could ride the hot hand with maybe Caleb Martin. Let's say he's going to score 16 as well tonight. You get to choose between 2 to 6 players. 2 players is 3 times your money, all the way up to 25 times your money with 6 players. If you want to get in on this action with the Prize Picks, they don't just have basketball. They pretty much have like almost every sport you can think of. They got like esports, all kinds of stuff. And they also have like 3-pointers made, free throws. They got so many things you can bet on. It's not even funny. But to join in on this action, like I said, go ahead and click my link down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They're matching each deposit up to $100, dollar for dollar. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. I'm trading Trey Mann and a second-round pick over to the Clippers for Terrence Mann. I don't know if they're related, but they want to give me a first-round pick. Okay, let's just stop. Brandon Boston, I mean, this is just getting a little too funky. I mean, to Trey Mann for Terrence Mann seems like it's fine enough. I'm not giving you a first-round pick, though. Although, I mean, we have so many that really wouldn't matter. I could throw like Robson Earl in here and feel fine about it. Finally, they accept. So we get Terrence Mann as a backup point guard, who I think is going to fit really nicely behind Shea. So I love what he'll be able to bring off the bench. And I think that's going to be it for us this free agency and literally this offseason. No, so not a lot of excitement. The only thing I want to make sure of is, since we have so many roster spots as it is I'm not bringing either of these guys back. As sad as that is going to be, I'm just not going to bring them back. So let's go straight to player progression. Shea, Josh Giddey, Chet, Pokusevski. So you got guys developing, which is nice. Lou Dort stays the same. Like I said, he just doesn't really develop too much. So let's go into this next season. Let's look at our rotation and let's see what we're about to look like going into next season. I don't know if we'll be a play-in or a playoff team. I mean, of course, this was a play-in last year, or play-in team last year. So I would assume we could be at least that again. So we'll just see how it goes. But going into this rotation, looks like we have to cut someone. I don't know who they cut. Hopefully it wasn't anybody important, but Shea, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet. So it's kind of the same starting five as last year, other than obviously Chet is healthy this time. Pokusevski, Isaiah Joe, Terrence Mann, and then Kenrich Williams at that last forward spot. Now, I feel bad about kicking Kenrich Williams out of the rotation, but I actually want Leonard Miller to play right away right now because he has a talented video. I want to develop him. So we're also leaving the other Jalen Williams out of the rotation, which is kind of sad. But like I mentioned, I want to be able to develop Leonard Miller if we can. So Leonard Miller is going to get 20 minutes, I believe, or something along the lines of that. So we'll go 24 minutes to Leonard Miller. I want to see what he can do for us and become something. And then the only other thing I want to do is put him in the mentorship program, of course, as well. We've been using these lately, and it seems like it does something. I'm going to have Lou Dort mentor him because I don't plan on making any changes this offseason. Let's go Clamps. Let's go Menace, and let's go Workhorse. I like that. So we'll go ahead and go with that for Leonard Miller, and I think that's going to be it. So if we look at the proficiency going into this season, it's a 4-star balance. We can be at 3.5 pace and space, but I think a balance would be better, so we'll move that in a second. And then the only other thing is I want to look at shots in season. So Josh Giddey, I'm going to push that up just a little bit. Maybe go something like that. And then Leonard Miller, what is his at? 60? I'm going to push this up to like a 77 or 78. Something like this. That way Leonard Miller can develop as quickly as possible, hopefully. So we're going to celebrate this season. I'm going to move Mark's proficiency. But other than that, I don't think I'll be making any changes this season. I don't think I'll make a trade the deadline. Of course, we have the ability to do so if we want. But I might just write it out this season and see where it takes us. So at the end of the season, I was kind of hoping to see Shea make an all-NBA team as our batteries are low. Of course they are. And then all defensive first team, all defensive second team. Do we get Leonard Miller on a rookie team? That's Brendan Miller. And Leonard Miller does make an all-rookie second team. That's lovely to see. So I'm excited to see that. He is averaging 13 points on 37% shooting from 3, which is lovely. So I feel like that's pretty good. That's exactly what you want out of your forward who is 6'10". We're the 3rd seed in the West, not to mention, by the way, we were very, very good this season. 25 from Shea, 20 from Josh Giddey, 14 and 11 with 2 blocks from Chet Holmgren, and then 13 from Leonard Miller, who is just going to eventually be a really good forward for us. If he can get up to a 75, 76 this offseason, that would be huge. 13 from Jalen Williams, and then 12, almost 13 from Lou Dort, 12 from Pokusevski. So we get the Lakers around 1. We shall see if we can take them down. They got D'Angelo Russell. They got a 69 overall starting at the 2 for them. That's crazy. LeBron, Vanderbilt, AD, Corey Joseph, Dayton Wamba. Oh my goodness, their bench is absolutely disastrous. I mean, they got D'Lo, Vanderbilt, AD, and LeBron, I guess. Other than that, they literally have nothing. So they lost Austin Reeves. We'll see how this goes. Somebody come around against LA, and we are going to just take them out, demolish them, and now we get New Orleans. So New Orleans and Minnesota went to 7. So we're well rested after sweeping the Lakers, but can we take down the Pelicans? Somebody current round, and we are going to beat them in 7. So already we've made it to the conference finals against the Pelicans, which is great to see. I want to look at what the playoff stats are so far. So if we look at it, Shea's averaging 29, 17, and then Leonard Miller is only averaging 11.5 in the playoffs. But oh well. Memphis in the conference finals: John Morant, Bane, David Roddy, Jaren Jackson, Adams, Tyus Jones, and Tillman. We make it to the finals year 1. Somebody current round, and we are going to be in the finals year 1. Year 1, we make it to the NBA finals. Going up against Trae Young and the Hawks. Obviously, the Hawks are never easy, so I don't know if we win it here, but at least we've made it this far. It's a good sign going forward, but we do get eliminated in 4. So, unfortunately, we got there, but got swept by the Hawks. So, LeBron James, after getting beat by the Thunder, he said, okay, I'm done. He retires. Chris Paul retires. Kyle Lowry and Rudy Gay, they all retire. Lottery time. So, obviously, as we know, Thunder hold a plethora of draft picks. I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention to everyone's record around the league. We have Utah's pick, we got Washington's pick, and we got the Clippers pick. So let's just see what happens, as apparently the number 1 overall pick, but I'm pretty sure that Washington pick is protected. So I think I had to send that back to Washington because 2K doesn't have that correct. But other than that, it looks like Utah kept their pick at 2, and then we have the 14th overall pick. So we have 16 via Houston as well, and then 24. So pretty sure Washington's pick is lottery protected. I could be totally wrong, or top 10 protected. Actually, I'm pretty confident in that because I just did a Washington rebuild the other day. Now something I paid attention to. So I'm going to send Washington their pick back because that doesn't belong to us. As cool as that looks, it's not ours. So I'm going to send that back, and then we'll go figure out what we're going to do next with this team because we just made it to the NBA Finals. So what do we do next? So we once again have 3 first-round picks this offseason, but I want to see if I can package these picks to move up a little bit because I don't want to add 3 rookies to this team. I mean, we just got so many as it is. I don't really see the point of that. So we can move up to like pick 8, which isn't even supposed to go to the Bulls because, you know, Blazers pick is a lot of protected till like 2028. But regardless, pick 10 for the Mavericks could be interesting. Move up 10. But what are we right now? 13. So I don't know if that's good enough. If we're going to throw 2 more first round picks in, let's try to move up to like pick 7 or something like that. So let's say we go to pick number, I mean, I said 7, so maybe that's the target we're looking for. Because we have the ammunition to move up. So let's see if we can target San Antonio's pick at pick 7. They do agree to that. So we move up to pick 7. We get to add like a top 7 pick to this team. So don't really know who it's going to be, but if we can just add someone, even if they're not going to become anything for us, I feel like Ron Holland is the pick for me here. They can just be someone that's maybe used as a trade chip later on or whatever it may be. So Ron Holland, Damian Collins. I'm not going to accept the second round, just because we have so many young players as it is. I mean, look at all these rookie team options we're accepting. And then qualifying offers, Pokusevski is a free agent, 7 foot, 22 years old, free agency. He's asking for 20 million. I don't know if I can get behind that. What did he do for us last year? I have to see real quick. 12 points on 40% shooting from 3. Okay, I mean, at that point, that's a pretty good backup center for you. So I'll sign him like on the last day of free agency, but 20 million is a little bit of a tough pill for me to swallow. Isaiah Joe, Raylan Repair, Leonard Miller's up to 73. I'm hoping he develops even further this offseason. Kenneth Williams, Jalen Williams, and then Chet and Jalen Williams. So I think the only thing we're going to be doing is literally re-signing Pokusevski because we don't have money to do anything else. So I'm just going to renounce, or not renounce him, I should say. I'm just going to go to day 12, re-sign Pokusevski, and then what's going to happen is we're going to see how much Leonard Miller develops, because if he develops to like a 76, then he is the answer. But if he doesn't move too much, then I'll become a little concerned. And then the closer we get to, you know, the further we get in this video, the more I will be looking at making a big trade for sure. So get to day 12, and then I'll resign Pokusevski to be our backup center. He's now asking for like 17 million. That's not too bad. I'm gonna give him a 4-year. Let's try to get as far as down to like 15 mil. Let's see what he would say to that. Okay, declines. So we got to go a little bit higher than that. Let's go 4 years, or not 5, or yeah, 4 years. Let's go 4 years. 4 years, 16.25. That should be a little bit closer. We get Pokusevski back. Moment true player progression. Shea is up. Josh Giddey is up. Holmgren is up. Jalen Williams is up. Ousmane Deng is up. But is Leonard Miller up? He's not. He's not really moved too much. He's got an A+ 3-point shot though. He's up to 8 badges though. So I don't want to give up on him and say it's not working. Like, that's not what we're going to do. I'm still going to get him minutes because I still want him to see what he can do. So I'm not even trying to find him a starting spot this year, just because I want to see what he can do as a starter, because he put up 13 points last year on good efficiency from 3. So if we can get that in the starting lineup, I think that's going to be excellent for this team going forward. And then we can maybe look at the idea of a trade deadline move once again, because we just got so many players that if there's someone there that makes sense for us to bring in. Do I start Leonard Miller is the question. I mean, if I do this, someone has to get kicked out of the rotation. So right now, Shea, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Pokusevski, Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams, and then Pokusevski. We can't really play both of them. So once again, Leonard Miller will get these minutes. They just cut Leonard Miller. 2K just cut Leonard Miller for me. Wow. That is an issue. Let's see. Where is he? That is annoying. Okay. Leonard Miller. Wow. I am so annoyed right now by 2K. Are you serious, bro? That's why I should never just let 2K settle it, I guess, for me. That's so freaking annoying. Leonard Miller, I got to get him back somehow. I got to find him. He has asked for 21 million. Like, are you serious, bro? Come on. Why is 2K like this? I mean, I should have done it myself. It's my fault. I'm having so many problems in today's video. I got to find a way to get him back. I'm so annoyed right now. All right, we got Leonard Miller back on the team. That was really irritating, but it's kind of my own fault for not paying attention, I guess. But I'm kicking a 78 overall out of the rotation because I'm literally trying to force Leonard Miller minutes right now. So I won't start him still, just because he's still a 73 overall, but I still want him to get a lot of minutes, even if he's actually, you know, playing like 27 minutes, something like this, where he's a 6-man right now. I think that's what I'm gonna roll with. Proficiency is still gonna be a 4-star balance under Mark, and then shot tendencies, I still want to look at that as well. Leonard Miller, let's see where it's at this point. It's a 76. I'm gonna push that up even to like an 81 overall, so something like that. We'll see how that goes. Like I said earlier, the closer or the further we get into this video, the more I will look at the opportunity of making a move at the deadline, or yeah, the trade deadline. So power ranking number 5. We'll see how the rest of the season goes. We got Leonard Miller back, which is great because that was annoying, but hopefully we're a playoff team still, as we made it all the way to the NBA Finals. I assume we would be. So once again, at the end of the season, we finish up as a top 4 seed. This time, we're not the 3rd seed, we're the 4th seed, but 23 from Shea, 20.5 from Giddey, 14 from Chet, 13.5 from Jalen Williams, 13 from Leonard Miller, up to 74 overall, and then 12 from Lu Dort, 11 from Pokusevski with the block as well. And if he's still shooting efficiently, he is. I mean, the lineup's just doing really well. The only person that's expendable at this point would be Lu Dort, and I think he's probably gonna be someone who look to trade. Kind of depends how things are going to go though in these playoffs. So we get the Los Angeles Lakers in round 1. They've added Anthony Edwards to the team. Wow, that's pretty insane. But D'Lo, Edwards reunited as the backcourt. They got Buddy Hield, Vanderbilt, AD. Pretty solid team in LA. Their bench is a little lackluster, but somebody current round against LA, and they are going to go up 3-0 on us, and they beat us, man. So they take care of business, and we went from a finals team to getting bounced in round 1. Not a great sign, but I would feel as if this is going to be a sign to tell me that is Anthony Edwards on a long-term contract, by the way, or is he signed for like a freaking minimum or something stupid? Okay, he's on a long-term contract at least, but let's see if the Hawks can make it 2 in a row, and they do, of course. They beat the Lakers in 5. Why wouldn't they? Retirements, Batum, a lot of different retirements here, but I think I've gotten to the point where I want to make the big move. I think it's time. We've gotten to the point in 2025. We're going to probably give it more draft picks here. I don't really know whose pick we're going to own here. We got Washington's pick, which is top 10 protected, the Clippers pick, so we don't have a lottery pick here, it looks like. Let's see, as Washington is going to keep their pick at 6, and then the Thunder via 12, and then we got 16 via Utah, Philadelphia, so we do have, and then Miami. So we do have 4 first-round picks in this draft, and of course we have future picks, so we have the ability to make a move if we want to, which is something I will be looking and doing, because I feel like if we can go ahead and make that move, it's going to be for our best interest to try to push this team over the top while we can. What'd that say? Appreciates your offer. Okay, I thought that said I couldn't sign him or something, but I'm gonna fill this out, and then we're gonna go look at the ability to get someone big on this team. So taking a look around the league at some of the options we do have of trying to bring a player in that I think would be worth it, that we could go ahead and find a way to snag, and for me, that is New Orleans Zion Williamson. The Pelicans right now are selling, and Zion Williamson is 25 years old. He's a 95 overall. The reason why I'm targeting Zion Williamson, because I want to get someone huge that you usually can't get. And $38 million locked up for the next 3 years. We have the ability to get him. He's coming off a season where he just averaged 26 points per game. Obviously, he's not going to be shooting threes or anything like that. But we have Chet Holmgren right next to him who could do that. So we got the ability to stretch the floor with him. So my target is Zion. Now, am I going to be able to pull this off? Maybe not. As far as guys I can throw in this trade, so we got a couple options here. Leonard Miller is also someone we could throw in this trade if we need to, but I'm going to try to keep him out because obviously he's titled the video. But Lu Dort is going to have to be in the trade, I would imagine, and then Pokusevski can be in it as well. We can throw in Ron Holland as well. I feel like I never keep Ron Holland. I always trade him away. But hey, if he can help me get Zion, then I think it's going to be worth it. 12, 16, and then is this Wizards pick like valuable? I don't know if that's going to get it done. It's not going to. That's not something that's tickling their fantasy at the moment. Let's say is the Clippers pick valuable, and then let's say it's like the Wizards pick. Still not there. Lu Dort would have to be in the trade, I think, but maybe, yeah, I don't think there's anybody else who could throw in this trade other than Kenrich Williams, which I don't know if that moves the needle for them. So we might have to wait till after the draft, but Zion Williamson is 100% someone I am targeting here, like easily. Really want Zion. Like that is who I want. This Rockets pick, not gonna get it done either. So we can get Zion. That's my dream scenario at this moment. It's time to circle back to talking back to the Pelicans. Like I mentioned earlier, we had a bunch of draft picks, but they weren't really valuable. But I wonder now that they're signed here that if they would be valuable here. So VJ has a 2-star trade value. Of course, we're going to have to match salary first and foremost. So Lu Dort, Pokusevski matches the salary perfectly. Let's see. Do any of these guys have trade value? 2-star trade value. Is there anyone that just stands out? Reed Shepard. I'm okay with literally throwing everybody in here. I don't even care because, like, Zion Williamson, that's just literally going to be worth it, in my opinion, in that Wizards pick. So, Lu Dort, Pokusevski, Castleton, Reed Shepard, Ron Holland, and a first-round pick. They do not agree to it, which is really unfortunate. Okay, let's say it's Raylon Ruper, who's got 2.5-star value, and they agree. So, just like that, we got Zion Williamson. Did we sell a lot? Absolutely. But we had so many things, it really didn't even matter. So, now we have Zion Williamson as our power forward here in Oklahoma City. I honestly love it. And we were able to keep Jalen Williams as well. So we could have Jalen Williams start at the 3, Zion at the 4, whatever we want to do. And then Leonard Miller, I mean, maybe he develops and he could start if we need him to as well, because he would be a good floor spacer. Williams stays the same. Zion, if you move him to the 3, goes down. So we'll keep him at the 4. But I love it. I love it. I wanted to cash in on getting something good, and we were able to do just that. And we actually kept Lu Dort out of the trade as well. So really can't complain too much about all that. Ousmane Deng and Williams, and then Chet, and Jalen Williams. So Jalen Williams gets his backup 5 spot. So Josh Giddey is the only other thing we need to take care of. Isaiah Joe, I wouldn't mind bringing him back as well. And then Terrence Mann. So if we can bring those guys back, pretty much everyone here in free agency, that's going to be pretty important to me. So Terrence Mann, I'm going to try to bring him back. Let's not renounce him. I think he'll be a perfect guy to bring off the bench for this team. Josh Giddey, of course, for matching it. We're not going to let him go. And then Terrence Mann, not even asking for too much money. I think that's definitely a good contract for him. And Isaiah Joe, same thing. Really good floor spacer, good 3-point shooter. No-brainer move to bring him back. All right. I think we're good. Shea, Terrence Mann, Josh Giddey, Isaiah Joe, Lou Dort, VJ Miller, or Leonard Miller, I should say, and then VJ. And then you're going to have Zion, Jalen Williams, Ousmane Dieng, Kerwin Williams. We'll figure this rotation out here in a second. I want to see what progression's looking like going into this next season. If Leonard Miller jumps up like crazy, then we can have him start, or Jalen Williams can just start, which I think I'll probably just start Jalen Williams most likely. But Jalen Williams is up to an 84, Chet's an 88, 91, 95, 95. And then Leonard Miller, he's still a 73. So, yeah, he hasn't really moved whatsoever. So I tried to make him the guy, but it's not really working out so far, unfortunately. But hey, we got Zion here. That's what matters the most. That was the big thing. So let's move Jalen Williams to the 3, and we'll have literally such a good starting 5 going into this next season. That would probably be borderline unstoppable, I would imagine. I think there's going to be plenty of spacing around him. So let's move Jalen Williams, like I said, to the 3. We'll have him play the 3 spot. He'll go down in overall, but that's fine. So here's your starting 5. It's Shea, it's Josh Giddey, it's Jalen Williams, it's Zion, Chet Holmgren. That's a great starting 5 with Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams, Ousmane Dieng, and Lou Dort. And then Terrence Mann's I'm getting in minutes. I still would love to get Leonard Miller minutes because he's been very productive. So I am going to go ahead and give him these minutes over Lou Dort, which feels dirty to actually. Do I do that over? No, let's do it over Ousmane Dieng instead. Let's put Leonard Miller, or let's put Ousmane Dieng at the end of the bench or in the reserve spot, and Lou Dort gets 17. And then we'll get Leonard Miller 13, who I really wanted to become something, but unfortunately, he's just not really developing the way I wanted him to. So we'll see how that goes. Proficiency is a 4.5 balance, so I expect big things this year. Hopefully, we're literally the first seed in the West. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins MVP this season. 27 points, 10 assists, very efficient as well. Damian Lillard, 6-man in Portland. Will Hardy, Coach of the Year. Shai, All-NBA first team. Does Zion get an All-NBA nod as well? I don't see him. I might have missed him, but I'm not seeing him here. All defensive first team. Shai makes it as well. And do we get Chet or something like that? We do not. All rookie first team. That didn't really matter too much. Ron Holland went to New Orleans, averaged 14. I never keep him, which is really annoying, but it just feels like every time I draft him, I want to make some big move with them. So we're the second seed in the West. I'm hoping this is our championship year because the starting 5 we threw together is just absolutely magnificent. 26, 23, 20, and 11. 16 from Chet, 13 from Jalen Williams, 8.5 from Isaiah Joe, 8 from Lou Dort, and then 7 from Leonard Miller. Really wanted him to become a starter. If he could have developed into like an 80 overall, that would have been amazing, but it just wasn't going to happen. 7 and 5. But here we go. Let's see what we get out of the plan as we get the Phoenix Suns, who have, of course, a familiar foe in Kevin Durant, Proctor, Devin Booker, Trey White, DeAndre Ayton, Miles Turner. So I guess they eventually got Miles Turner, but they still also have DeAndre Ayton here. So somebody current round against Phoenix. They're going to win the first 2 games, but we do go ahead and win the next 3, and we beat them in 6. That was a little scary for a second, but thankfully we beat them. And now we get Denver, who have Kane, Bembry, Porter, Gordon. Their backcourt is absolutely atrocious, but they have Capella off the bench. I mean, Kane's a young player, I guess, but here we go. Game 1. I don't want to simcast. One is, do we go ahead and just listen to 2K? That way we secure our championship here. That might kick Leonard Miller out of the rotation, which I feel bad about, but I want to try to win a championship here, so let's listen to 2K. 138 to 119. 43, 11, 14 from Giddey. I mean, if we're getting 43 out of Giddey, we should be able to win, but we're down 3-1 at Denver. Are we going to go down to our competition again and then have to win a game 7? Like, are we literally about to do that? Because I don't feel like a young backcourt that Denver has right now should be able to beat us, but I could be totally wrong. And okay, we get the lead at the end. Can we keep it though? Wow, that was actually so close. It's not even funny. Thankfully, we beat them in 7 though. And now we get to we haven't beat them in 7. We have to beat them here if we want to beat them in 7, which they have the lead right now, but we're going to creep back in and get it. Now, can we keep it? We do. And so far, things have been super close in this race of the conference final or in the West. So really hoping that we could just take out the Spurs easily because both series have kind of been really close to us losing. So the Spurs, though, they have a very good lineup. They got Collier, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Kristaps, Vic, Wiseman, Jeremy Sohan, Jalen Smith, and Zachary. So game 1, we're up 1-0 though. Beat them by 6. Game 2, 2-0. Game 3. Okay, why can we take... So we're able to just take care of the Spurs easily, but we literally struggle against the other two. I don't get it. But now we get to play Detroit. Suggs, Kate Cunningham. They no longer have... or Ivy's actually come off the bench, I guess. And then John Collins, Miles Bridges, Jet Howard, Trey Murphy. Game 1, 1-0. 33-12 from Shea. 24 from Zion. Game 2, 2-0. Game 3, 3-0. And I think we won our championship. We beat the Pistons in 4 games to end the video. I'm gonna end the video here before the power goes out, and I can't upload a video today. So and then my batteries are about to die as well. So like we're literally racing against the clock right now. So if it feels like I rushed this video, I don't feel like I did, but I would love to have kept going here because I just don't feel like we did enough with Leonard Miller. I feel like we tried our best though. It just didn't really work. Maybe eventually I don't know what I was about to say to end this off. But thank you guys for watching. In summarization, I'll see y'all in the next one. As always, I appreciate you guys. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.